2016 was the first calendar year that I was making content for YouTube full time. 6 months previous, this was just still an idea I had in my head, an experiment that I had no idea whether or not would succeed. The crowdfund from Indiegogo had netted me 6 months worth of lease coverage to try and get off the ground and see if there was an audience with you guys who are interested in a more universal approach to hobby games. I'm happy to report, it seems like over the last year, there is. So 12 months later, and we're up and over the hump of able to keep going. We have enough funds in the bank and enough funds coming in monthly that this place is supporting itself. All that thanks to over 400 amazing patrons who've come and gone over the past year, giving a little bit of support and helping out because they seem to think this was worth doing. I hope you guys have enjoyed the ride as much as I've enjoyed basically doing it. So, some statistics for 2016. Well, over the past year, I've painted 501 miniatures and 116 pieces of terrain. Now, a lot of that's been because of my Guerrilla miniature game sort of like hobby challenge, the New Year's resolution group that we were a part of, and all the work that those guys have done to inspire people to keep going. We covered more than 30 different games, so just raw numbers of games covered. That's how many different kinds of games we played over the past year. We checked out 15 new games, so that's 15 new games that we hadn't tried before that we learned the rules for and did Let's Plays for. I haven't counted games that we already played that new editions came out for and we did Let's Plays for, as they're not necessarily new games that we haven't tried. I posted over 350 videos on YouTube, and as far as how that went over, you guys watched 28,490,927 minutes, which is 54 years, 62 days, an average of 12 minutes and 27 seconds per person watching. Yeah, it's a long time. 54 years in a year worth of people watching me blabber on YouTube. Enough people liked it that 11,129 people subscribed to the channel, and 47,729 videos got liked, 872 videos got disliked. So, what's the plan for 2017? Well, 3 big things. First one, more new games. Now that's kind of a treadmill that I'm always climbing on, but running along. But I think it's part of what brings you guys here. So I want to show you guys more new games and different kinds of games, more indie games. I want to actually get to more non-GW Throwback Thursday games too. I'm going to bring you guys a demo of Last Days, and that should be in the next month or so. And it'll be something that patrons have access to. If they're a patron for 30 days, they can get a watermark copy of the demo rules for my miniature game that's coming out through Osprey Games next year. And over the course of the next 6 months, over the course of 2017, all the patrons will have every 2 months access to a new scenario for that game that they'll help me playtest, give me feedback on, generally just feel like they're a part of creating this book. And then finally, in September of this year, the sublet that we're doing for the studio is up. The people who are leasing the actual unit that we're in, who are subletting to myself and someone else who's subletting the warehouse, their lease is up. So we have to either find a new space, or what I'd prefer to do is expand. And that means taking over the warehouse space in the back, because this place is just overflowing with stuff. And what that's going to allow us to do is to bring you more new kinds of things. I really want to be able to do more sort of like stuff that just needs more room and have more people involved. So Owen's been wanting to do like a D&D campaign forever. That's the kind of thing that we could bring if we had more space. Board game stuff, again, with multiplayers and different camera angles and boom mics. That's another thing that we could expand into. And then just more sit and talk stuff. I've wanted to record a podcast for a long time, but we need a suitable space to bring people into, and just the ability to get all of this stuff out of this room, out of the studio space, and organized, which is the ton of scenery, mats, miniatures, yada yada, that we can kind of have in one place. So that's the goal. I want to try and grow the patronage to the point where we can comfortably do that and this place can continue to survive, because obviously expanding the size of the rental is going to mean, or the size of the lease, and actually putting down, because I'm not going to have sublet anymore, which means that I'll actually have my name signed in the lease. It won't be month to month. I have to put it down for at least probably 2 years, and that's a big commitment. So hopefully we can grow and get ourselves to the point where this place can sustain being larger and we can do more and bring you guys more. And that's really it. So those are the goals for 2017. 3 key things: Last Days, the space in general, and just more new different kinds of games. We've gotten into a pretty good rhythm. I know that I have the people now, the people who are my friends, who I know are interested in doing the new game stuff with me. So I kind of have like a reliable stable of guys that that are super into that and that I can call on whenever a new game comes in that we can try stuff out. I think we've just kind of muddled our way through what that looks like. So I hope you guys are excited about 2017. I'm really excited for 2017. I'm nervous too because it's a lot of big challenges and new stuff, but I mean, I got this far. I got this far on just keep swimming. If you guys are parents and you've watched Finding Nemo, you know what that means. And yeah, and so I hope you guys enjoy the ride in 2017. It's been a blast getting here so far. Lots more work to come. So I got to paint 502 miniatures. That's my commitment for this year. 502 miniatures and 117 pieces of terrain to beat last year's quota. I'm not doing great so far. It's at least 10 a week. But we'll see how that goes. And you guys hopefully will watch more progress happen over the coming weeks. So we'll see you next time. I hope you enjoy this roundup of 2016 and you enjoy all the things to come in 2017. Till then, Happy New Year from me at Guerrilla Miniature Games, and we'll see you next time.